there, I'm Lilypad. Let's play.
Oh, extinction! Not again!
Bear, I love you so much.
There we go. What is up, everybody? My name is Anthony, and this is it. This is the triumphant return of the Cinema Squad. Today, we are here to talk about our favorite films of 2026 so far. Are you hyped? I know I am. I know I'm excited, and I'm very excited because I'm going to get to join with my friends again. But first, I'm just gonna blab a little bit because I wanted to say that it's really special to be back here. Again, because we don't get to stream as much as we like to. So first off, I just want to say thank you to everybody joining us in the chat. And I want to say thank you to my friends, who I'm about to introduce in a second. But this is going to be a great show because we're going to be talking about our favorite films and our favorite TV shows of 2026 so far. And we were going to touch on some things that weren't so good. So stick around for all of that. And we actually do want to hear what all of you guys think and what are your opinions of this year so far and where do you think we're headed. Now, I'm very happy to have all of these guys joining me because I actually don't get a chance to go out to the movies as much as I'd like to. I have a very long growing movie list of things I do need to see. I'm still catching up to 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, and a lot of 2026. However, the rest of these guys, we're covered thanks to the rest of these guys. Speaking of which, let's bring in my good buddy from Lost in the Real. He's going to help me out here, and everybody's going to help me out. But let's just bring in Shawn.
Anthony, my friend, how are you?
Yo. What's up, partner?
It is so good to see you, and I am so freaking excited to get to chat about our favorite movies, TV shows, and our worst movies of the year so far.
Yeah, that could be the fun one because we can get out all of our frustrations.
Yes, I'm ready to vent.
Yes, just roast some movies a little bit, right? All right.
Yeah.
We have a ton to get through. I'm gonna keep bringing you guys in because there's too many of us. So let's just bring in the men of movies.
What is up, everybody? Excited to be here. Excited to be at this mid mark of the year. Talk about some film. Talk about some TV. Yeah, man. It's been quite a year. It's been quite a year. I'll say that. I'll say that. Yes. How is everybody?
Amazing.
Doing well. I want to bring in the next amazing guy right here, Upside Dan.
Hey everyone.
Hey.
Oh, there we go. We've already begun.
Can't wait to talk about some films with you guys. It's
All
been
right.
a pretty good year.
Okay.
I think it's been an amazing year. I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I know we all have differing opinions, but I think it's been amazing.
Yeah. So far, so good. And then the last person I'm going to bring in, and hopefully his internet connection holds out, is Jace.
Hey,
We can see him.
what's going on? Yeah, I'm gonna pray my internet's hanging on by a thread, everybody. But we're going to go ahead and rock this out as long as we can. I'm happy to
Heck
be
yeah.
here.
All right, dude. We are happy to have you here. We're happy to have everybody in the chat. I want to say what's up. Looks like I should have worn my regular glasses. Brandon is here. It's either Brandon or Brundon or Brindon. There we go. I'm gonna say
Brandon. Hey Brandon. Super
It's just
excited
that
for
these
this.
sunglasses.
Yeah.
Happy to have you here, B.
Yeah, happy to have you here. Thank you, man. Super excited for this. Should be loads of fun. Just had lunch and walking home, but couldn't miss a second of this. Thank you.
Heck yeah.
We
Thank you.
appreciate it. So again, like I said earlier, we do have a whole bunch of movies, TV shows. We have a lot to get to. So we're just gonna why not just kickstart it with our number two favorite movies so far of 2026. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right,
So this is our number 2 favorite movie. Not our favorite, but our second favorite.
Second favorite, number 2. Yeah, it's gonna be number 2, number 1, and we'll go down a line and I'll figure out what I'm doing along the way.
Yes.
And we'll start with Shawn's number 2.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Nice.
My
awesome.
number 2 favorite movie of the year is Redux. If you guys don't know what it's about, it is an independent feature about a woman who goes to multiple different dimensions to kill the serial killer who killed her daughter in every dimension. So it's like a multiverse hopping serial killer thriller, and I love this movie. It's the definition of independent filmmaking. It's very low budget, but it's done in a way that is so cinematic, and it feels like an expensive blockbuster, but it also has very intimate human drama in it. And also, because I just have to, I have the DVD with my quote from my review on the front of the DVD, which is amazing.
Very nice.
So
Can you just read the quote to us and say it loud, for the people?
Yes. A mind-blowing multiverse movie that will make you believe in cinema again. And I stand by that. I think this is independent filmmaking at its finest, and I really hope more people check this out.
Yeah, I hope so too, because it's sad. I feel like you're the only person I've mainly heard talk about this. I think you did a review on it on your channel. That may have been the first time I heard of it, and that may have been the last I heard of it. I definitely want to check it out still. You sold me on it. You absolutely
Thank
sold
you.
me. Yeah.
What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah. Anybody else seen it yet?
Yeah, I
got a chance to see it.
Yeah, I was a big fan of it as well.
Oh, awesome.
Jace,
Dan,
we
what
want to
did
go
you
to
think?
Jace because Shawn knows
Okay,
my
Jace. Well, we still have you, Jace. What do you have to say?
Okay, so I think when it comes to multiverse movies in general, a lot of people, I feel like unfortunately have this kind of distaste for it at this point of, we've had enough of this, and I honestly can't get enough of that kind of material. So I was glad to get this recommendation from Shawn. But I think what I think is really good about this one that some people might enjoy more, maybe less, but I think could enjoy it more, is it's like a more tamed version of a multiversal story. I feel like we tend to think of very crazy, out there, wild differences when it comes to multiverse stories, like a version of me, but that wears like, you know, a rainbow suit with a yellow fro or something like that, you know, like those versions of multiverse. Whereas this is much more focusing on, you know, hey, the lock of this door could be the same or different in different universes. And I think like little touches, right? Like everything else is similar except like a couple of small things here and there. And that was just a very nice creative touch. And then it also was just much more of a emotionally driven story. Like it's the multiverse aspect is just a side note. You know, it's much more focused on, again, a personally driven story. And yeah, I think for what it was, I was pleasantly surprised. It was way different than I thought it was going to be, and I liked it. So I was glad to get that recommendation. I recommend it as well.
All righty, cool. And Dan, you had some thoughts on it as well?
No, same thing. I really enjoyed it as well. I thought it was great indie filmmaking. It was a really compelling story, good characters. And yeah, no, and I'm just happy. I'm very proud of Shawn for having his quote on the box too.
All right.
Thank
and
you.
I'm gonna take a quick cheap shot at Marvel because I feel like why is it that other movies are getting multiverse stories
Better,
a little more accurate? And
yeah,
I don't know, whatever, to each his own, but that Doctor Strange movie still pisses me off. But we'll keep things moving. We'll keep it because that's a whole separate stream, the whole multiverse thing. Dan, you were up next with your number 2 pick. Does that sound good?
Woo!
All right.
Number 2. All right.
Dos.
So my number 2 is Obsession. Yeah.
Yes.
Hear about that one.
Yes, I mean we're gonna be talking about that one a lot, I bet. But yeah, no, this movie was so good, and I had such high expectations. Like they were through the roof, and it met them and probably exceeded them. I loved it. I thought it was creepy, you know, great acting, especially by Indy Navarrete. But Michael Jackson was very good. He's like overshadowed almost because she's so good. And a really good ending and a dark ending that I really enjoyed. And a lot of deepness to it. Like you can notice different things each time and different things mean something else. And, you know, and there's just a lot to look for in rewatches as well. Yeah.
Would you real quick question, because I haven't seen this yet. Is this like a thing where like, and I'm okay if we spoil it on a stream because it's been a long time. Is this a movie that you'd say if you haven't been spoiled, try not to be?
Absolutely.
Yeah, really? Because it is one of those. Okay, and also I guess for those watching, because maybe there's other people like me that haven't seen it yet or whatever, and there's going to be a couple of other things that pop up. So yeah, you would say try to avoid spoilers for this one. Yeah. At the same time, I will say because it's been a little while, if something slips, I'm not going to cancel the stream or anything like that. I will kick you out though, but I won't cancel it altogether. All right. Any other thoughts on Obsession since we're on this one, or maybe do we want to?
Yeah, I definitely. I'll throw my hat in the ring. I think this movie's amazing, and I did not like it when I first saw it. I've seen it 3 times in theaters now, and every time it's just progressively gotten so much better. There are so many nuances to this movie, like little Easter eggs and things to like catch that make it so much fun on a rewatch. I've become a huge fan of this film.
Okay. All righty. Cool. Any other thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it as well. I want to watch it again. Sure, I missed a lot of the nuance within the film. Believe it or not, this movie completely missed me before it came out in theaters. So I went into the film not even seeing any of the trailers, just seeing hype on Instagram. That's
Whoa,
it.
That's crazy.
Not even a clip. Just those little Instagram stories of people that maybe put up a poster and a caption. And I'm like, the hype is real. I need to go watch this movie. Right. So I remember going into the theater, texting Dan, hey, I'm going into this blind. I don't even know what I'm watching.
That's awesome.
Pleasantly surprised. Really, I did enjoy the movie. And I think within a rewatch, I'll like it a lot more. I think I'm confident in that. There's so much there in terms of like Easter eggs and so many people theorizing online. It's really fun when you figure out, like, people are saying, oh, if you look behind here or this means that, and you go, yeah, that kind of makes sense. That's actually really smart. And in terms of Curry Barker, I think is his name, the director of the film, he's really giving me like 2017 Jordan Peele vibes when he first took off.
Yes.
And so my hope is that he does a little bit better afterward. But it's there. The hype is there and it's real, and he's getting so much money now. Everybody online's talking about he's basically Scrooge McDuck from like DuckTales right now, just swimming in money.
Oh, jeez.
John, I think I can promise you that you will like it even more on the second viewing.
Yeah, I believe it.
That is interesting, though, that this one seems to be the consensus here, that it takes a few viewings. Even in our chat, is Brandon saying the same thing? It's a little lower for me. But yeah. Oh, and he is a fan of Doctor Strange. Just to still give it, or it could have been so much better. Either way. Right. Jace, did you get to see Obsession? Or not yet?
Yeah.
You did? Oh, okay. Did you have any thoughts on it, or do you want to hold off for now?
Well, I mean, it may or may not be one of my picks.
We'll hold off for now.
Yeah, we'll hold off for a second. However, feel free to jump in anywhere, man. You have do whatever. It's all good. Hey, you know what? Actually, do you want to just jump to mine now at this point?
Let's do it.
All right, keep things moving.
All right, so Anthony's number 2.
I'm guessing this is one. I'm hoping this is one that's going to come up. I actually don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know a lot of
probably.
the picks across the board. So I guess I'm kind of happy to be the first one to talk about this one. What a pleasant surprise. I was not the biggest fan of the fourth one, and I'll ask you. I'll shut up and ask you guys about that in a second. But I feel like this sort of brought the franchise back to where I wanted it. With each Toy Story movie, for some reason, we keep asking ourselves, do we need another Toy Story movie? I don't know why we keep saying that. I mean, it's such a wonderful little fun franchise. It's like, I think it's cool to just get one every 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Why the hell not? As long as it's good. And I think this one is good. I think as Jeremy John said, it justifies its existence very much so. It fast forwards things a bit. We start looking at technology and kids maybe sitting on on the computer staring at the screens a little bit too much. I think if you're a parent, you can relate to this. But even if not, I feel like it's something that everybody can enjoy. The comedy here, I think it lands for the most part. There is a very interesting aspect of this that Jace brought up in the chat, and I'll say it real quick, and he can jump in if he wants. Does Woody even need to be in this movie?
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
No.
But anyway, I'll just leave it at that, and maybe I'll just go to Jace because you've seen the movie, obviously. So, what are your thoughts on it? But I was a huge fan. It's my number 2.
Yeah, I could see why it's a number 2 pick for anybody. It's really a solid Toy Story entry. You know what I mean? And I agree with your initial sentiment of, I don't know why the first thought is, do we need another one of these? Like, as if it's not justified to keep me. Like, there's so many of every other franchise, you know? Like, I would say, forgive me, and maybe it's just because I'm not a fan of this franchise, but like the Minions, it's like, do we need another Minions doing anything? Like, but hey, to each their own. I think another Toy Story is much more justified than another story like that. But as long as they actually do a good job, I think maybe the reason people are so quick to say that is we're defensive over a franchise that is so beloved to us. And at the end of the day, I think a lot of us could agree that the first 3, like that initial trilogy, is just something super special. To start tampering with that initial trilogy is, I guess, maybe where people are like, do we got to keep treading more and more into the further waters here? The fourth one I thought was still fine. I enjoyed it, but I thought this one was even better. Like, I like this more. I thought it had more of something to say, if you will. Like, I sometimes I just like movies for the sake of being movies, but if there is to be a message within there, I like it when it's obviously a good message that can resonate with you. I heard some people talking about how the message within here is outdated. They're like, oh, this should have been like a few years ago. I have no idea where that thought process is coming from, with the utmost respect to anybody saying that, because I think that's just a weird way to approach this. I think it's very much relevant now and will continue to be relevant for quite some time, honestly. Like, technology is definitely a bit of an issue, to say the least. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a nice way of showing the story of you don't have to ignore technology. We're not saying cut technology out of your life, but you should balance it out with everything else.
Yeah.
And it was very nicely told. So I like
Yeah.
it. But I do think as much as I love Woody, I don't know if he had to be there.
Yeah. John, you are the pick. Oh, here, let me go real quick to Brendan. Oh, wow, I'm impressed to see Toy Story 5 so high. I definitely loved it too, and it's in my top 10. Top Story 4 definitely disappointed me in that final act. This one was so much fun and hits well. So there we go. Thank you, Brandon, too, for
Thank you, B.
John, you're the Disney guy. You're the Pixar guy. I'm super here. I'm. You know what? What do you have to say about it? And feel free to hold off a bit if it is one of your picks.
I'll hold off a bit for sure on some things, but I will say,
Okay.
yeah, man, I adored this movie, and I think Toy Story 5 has more of a reason to exist than Toy Story 4 did.
Yeah.
I think Toy Story 4 had a lot of issues leading up to its release back in 2019. I don't know if you guys look into that or anything. As I do, especially with Toy Story, is that there were so many rewrites on the Toy Story 4 story that the movie we eventually got in 2019 looked nothing like the story they originally crafted back in like 2013, 14 when the talk started for a fourth installment. And I think because of that, there was a bit of an identity issue with Toy Story 4 that really was helped by it being focused on Woody. The fact that it's focused on Woody is its strongest suit, because if it wasn't, Buzz isn't strong in that movie. Jesse's not strong in that movie. None of the size characters are strong in that movie. It is Woody's story. And so if it wasn't for that, that film would have flopped critically, I would say, but I thought it was great either way. Toy Story 5, on the other hand, I feel like it's something that's so resonant to the time that when the idea came onto the table, they were like, yeah, that's the story we're going with. How can we evolve this? So instead of, in the vein of Toy Story 4, juggling ideas, erasing ideas, going back to the drawing board, I feel like Toy Story 5 started with the idea and evolved, and you see that, I think, in its final product. I think I'll leave it there for now because I'm sure we'll talk about it more. And in terms of, do we need Woody in this story?
Yeah.
Listen, Woody's my favorite character of all time. My favorite fictional character of all time. I wouldn't have been against him not being in the movie the way that Toy Story 4 ends. But I will say, as somebody that sees these movies all the time, I'm basically memorized the scripts to all 4 movies. Like 4 ends with Woody having a hard time leaving because he wants to make sure Bonnie's okay. And Buzz has to reassure him, hey, Bonnie will be okay. So when he finds out, hey, Bonnie's not okay, me being a dad, Bonnie being the equivalent of a daughter, I'm coming back too. I'm helping out my girl. So I kind of go.
That's a good way of looking at it. That's another way of looking at it. Yeah, I think that maybe we were looking for a little more space, and we always thought Woody would come back, just not so soon. Not that we don't want to see him again because he's not an awesome character, but you bring up a good point though about Bonnie's in trouble. Let's help Bonnie. Dan and Shawn, you guys want to fight it out to see who's gonna share their thoughts on this one?
I'm gonna fight you, Dan.
No, I'll wait until because it might.
I'll share my thoughts if it pops up later.
Oh, okay, fair enough. And Dan, you want to?
Yeah, I'll share my thoughts later. Yeah.
Right. So Jace, I believe you're next. I'm looking forward to hearing this. Right? Is that correct? Yeah.
Yep. Jace is number 2.
Okay. Let's. All right. I'm really hoping this is coming through. I'm sorry, guys. It's been so choppy here.
You're good.
You're good.
You're good, bro.
Okay. Man, I had to throw at least some love to something else. I had a feeling there was going to be a general consensus of a lot of certain movies. And funny enough, everybody, I'd love to throw this out there as a side note real quick. I just saw Project Hail Mary yesterday.
Oh.
And so that would definitely change the pickings, if you will, with what's going on here. But I'm going to stick with what we've got because it's what we've got. And I'm fine with these selections. Backrooms, I still loved a bunch. I am such a dork about the lore of Backrooms. Like, so for anyone that just may not know, I'm not going to dive too deep into it. But like, Backrooms has been a big thing. Besides Pixels version of it, or Kane Parsons is like his actual name, but his YouTube is Kane Pixels. Go check that out. But Backrooms is just a big kind of like phenomenon on the internet, and it's just really interesting. It's very much still in vein of what Kane does in his movie. A lot of the other stuff kind of gets a little crazy and outlandish. But point being is it's such a unique and interesting thing to me. And I just kind of get lost in the sense of what that could be as a reality. And I think there's a lot of times that's what interests us about movies. Like you kind of imagine yourself in that scenario, that situation, and that really is interesting to you. This one, if you remove the horror elements, I just find like it'd be fascinating to be not stuck, but in the back rooms. I think that'd be like a lot of fun. So with that being said, it was just a very entertaining movie for me, just even kind of seeing the weirdness of it. Then when you add the plot into it, I think that it's something I appreciated more and more over time. I don't think the story is the strongest element of that movie. I think the acting really is what holds it together more than anything, but I do still like the story. And again, it's something that I began to appreciate a lot more and more as it kind of sank in with me and everything. And I'm ecstatic to see where the franchise goes. I know Kane's intention or ideal scenario is to not specifically do a sequel movie, but to do like a 9-part limited series on somewhere like HBO or Amazon or something like that. So I would love to see that come to fruition. But yeah, as far as just to get the movie itself, man, just right up my alley in regards to it's just super interesting, super weird. It's unsettling, but also calming at the same time, which is such a weird, odd blend. I think that's that kind of, there's liminal spaces in a nutshell. And it just is super intriguing to me. So yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with it. I understand it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it was definitely mine. And I don't know. What'd you guys think?
Guys, actually, and let me throw it real quick since we're on this topic. Brandon mentions Backrooms was so much better than too many young Gen Z peeps are saying. There are far too many disingenuous takes out there. I got to see the extended cut that was just released this weekend. There was a okay. Well, that's
it has 15 extra minutes in it.
Wow,
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, and it just came out this weekend. I'm gonna go see it sometime this week because I keep thinking in my head like I already really liked the movie, but like I want to watch it on a second viewing because it is weird and there's a lot of things that I feel like I missed. But I thought this movie worked as such a weird, unique, atmospheric horror film, and I kind of agree with everything Jace said. The calmness of it is strange. The dichotomy of the two, being scary and calming. But yeah, I loved this movie. I thought it was really solid, and I'm excited that these YouTubers are making such kind of groundbreaking movies that people are really responding well to.
Okay, cool. And I also just want to acknowledge Kevin in the chat is here. He's talking about a couple things, which we will get back to later. But I just want to say thank you for visiting. I'm happy to have you here. Did anybody else?
Kevin.
Yes, thank you, bro. Anybody else have any other thoughts on the Backrooms? And again, it will likely come up again later anyway. So feel free to jump in, speak now, or forever.
John, did you see it?
Temporarily hold your peace.
Temporarily. John, you haven't seen it yet?
No, I have not.
All right. So you're Dan, you want to hold off or?
Well, I don't know if it's coming up again. Is it? I mean, I didn't love it. I mean, I'm still positive-ish on it.
Well, now you have to talk. Now you have
you young Gen Zer.
Let's go with the young Gen Zer.
I don't know. And I think the 15 extra minutes is after
the what?
So I think it goes regularly, and then after the credits is when the extra 15 minutes is going to be.
Okay. That
I
makes
believe.
a bit of it. That makes it. Actually,
That's what I heard.
Big difference. That makes it 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Credits though.
Well, no. So I don't know how they're doing it. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But that's what I heard.
All right. Now I'm curious if anyone in the chat wants to chime in with like the details of that. Feel free. We'll discuss it here. All right, but I guess we could just keep it moving along if that's cool, because I want to hear from Mr. Man of Movies over here.
Yeah, Man of Movies.
Number 2.
John second.
Nice.
Okay, so now we can talk about it. We can talk about it. Dude, Project Hail Mary is incredible. My goodness. And for it to come out in March, and I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really impressed by the trailers, but I had so many people in my church to read the book, and they were just telling me like, this movie's going to blow your mind. I'm like, maybe. I don't know, maybe. And it did. And it did. I think it's like a cinematic spectacle in terms of all that it does with set design and cinematography and visual effects, both practical and like, you know, VFX. And I love that it's almost like an interstellar light that has animated film vibes. I've always said this about this movie.
Yeah.
It's a film that's very smart. It touches a lot on space travel, humanity, and what it all means altogether. But it's a film that I can see myself showing to my daughter at a younger age than I can the aforementioned Interstellar, which is probably a movie I'll show her when she's 25, because then she'll understand it. I hardly understand it myself. It's like that, but then it has that beautiful relationship that melds the film together between Rocky and Ryan Gosling's character. That is the what carries this film along. And that is why I love this movie. It's this perfect amalgamation of masterful cinematic practice and a beautiful relationship in the middle that, crazy, you know, we're talking about Toy Story, reminds me of like that sort of relationship that Woody and Buzz have, that starts like that and just becomes like this thing that they would like die for each other. I love that. So Project Hail Mary, I'm sure we'll talk about it a lot more as well. So I'll end my turn there.
We will definitely talk about it again. And on that note, you mentioned the trailer, right? You weren't so sold on a trailer. I don't remember it like winning me over so much. Brandon even mentions in the chat, I agree the trailers were making me feel like it was going to be a mess. I don't know about a mess, but I wasn't quite, at least for me, I wasn't quite totally sold on it. And yeah, man, it completely won me over. It really did.
I didn't love the trailers either.
Okay.
And I read the book afterwards, and the book is so good.
Okay. So we have a book guy here too.
Well,
I prefer one over the other. Just curious.
It's tough. It's tough because I loved the movie and I still love the movie, but like after you read a book and I'm like, that I wish they had that in there. I wish they did that. I wish they did that. The goodbye, like the first goodbye from Rocky and Grace was way sadder. Well, not way, but was sadder in the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's another thing too. The movie is emotional too. Like it gets you. I don't know if you're straight out bawling per se, but it hits. It hits. So it does its job.
I wanted it to hit harder.
Really?
Yeah, I was disappointed by this movie.
No safe word. You just wanted this movie just hit you hard.
I was really disappointed. Interstellar is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I liked that it was Interstellar light, but like I wanted it to hit as hard as Interstellar, and I don't think it gets there at all. I like the relationship between Rocky and Ryan Gosling. I think that's the best thing about the movie, but there's something emotionally lacking from the film that like it didn't hit me like it hit others.
Wow, that's interesting. Did you? I'm sure. Have you seen Gravity, or any of you have seen?
Yes.
Sandra Bullock. It reminded me. Maybe it was the isolation and the loneliness. That aspect. This movie felt like a lot more bright and energetic and cheery than that one. But that one was the way it was on purpose. It wasn't, just that it messed up. That was like a bit of more of a bleak movie. This movie has bleak moments, but I guess like you said, Shawn, like it maybe a little more emotion or something like that. It needed to hit you a little bit harder. You were feeling it. For me, I think it worked. But for you, a little bit slightly lacking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with Brandon. Like, I wanted it to hit harder, but I liked it, but I had such high hopes because the reviews were so great, and I think my expectations were too high for it.
Okay, well, fair enough. Unless anybody else has something else to say, although keep in mind
it's probably gonna come up again. Yeah,
it's probably gonna come up again, and
who knows?
Maybe not, but we'll keep it moving. I think we circle back now to Shawn with his number 2. I think we're going to TV shows now.
Yeah, we're doing TV now.
Woohoo! All right,
so
number 2 for Shawn. TV show.
Shawn's number 2 show. Let's see.
Maximum pleasure guaranteed, baby.
All right.
I don't think
Dirty
anyone of you
dog,
guys have watched this show yet. Have any of you?
No,
Not yet.
but sell us on it. Go.
So this show is insane. It has Tatiana Maslany, aka She-Hulk, or Orphan Black. We'll go with Orphan Black. But it is about this woman who gets like stuck in a criminal conspiracy because she falls in love with a cam boy, and the cam boy gets murdered, and there's a serial killer. Obviously, I'm obsessed with serial killer stuff.
No,
I
that's the
guess.
second serial killer of the. We're not even like an hour in, and you're up to your second serial killer. Okay.
But she gets like stuck in this criminal conspiracy and has to get herself out of it, and she's trying to get custody of her daughter at the same time. So it's like dealing with the custody battle, and she's like embroiled in all of this drama and violence and stuff, and like the FBI is tracking her down, and it is just such a thrilling, tense show. I watched it with a group of friends, and we literally were like, next episode. Like, we just binged the whole thing, and everyone loved it. It's such a fun watch.
Was there any twerking in it?
Any what?
Twerking.
There was no twerking from Miss She-Hulk herself. No.
Because you mentioned She-Hulk, and that's like the most memorable thing about that show. Has anybody? Oh, Shawn, what is this? Apple Plus?
This is Apple TV Plus.
Apple TV Plus. Thank you. Okay, for those checking in, because Brandon is also mentioning he doesn't watch TV shows, so this is basically going to be like a recommendation hour for him.
I like it.
We're happy to help, man. Yeah, and Shawn always has like the best freaking recommendations. Has anybody else had the chance to see this yet? It sounds awesome though, Shawn.
No, I want to check it out. It has a few more episodes left on, right?
Mhm.
I think it has 2 or 3 more episodes to air. It comes out weekly, but yeah, I want to check it out. I will probably.
Yeah, whenever the next 2 episodes come out and the whole season's out, you guys should binge it. It's a really quick, easy binge. You won't want to stop watching it. I don't know. I loved this show.
All right, there we go. Fair enough. Well, Dan, let's talk about what you have watched and what is your number 2.
Ooh,
Go to that
Number
next.
2.
Yes, Dan's number 2.
Let's see.
yes.
Yeah, so this is the next. So after Baby Reindeer, this is like his next project, Richard Gadd's next project. And I loved this one. I do like Baby Reindeer more, especially because of the ending of this one, like the last minute or so. I didn't love how it ended, and Shawn agrees, I think. But I really loved watching each week. I was like, I wish this was binge worthy. I wish I could binge all of it. You know, even though I do prefer weekly, like in theory, because then it gets more talk about it, you know, throughout the weeks. But yeah, no, I couldn't wait to watch every new episode, and it was really interesting, really well acted. There were times when I almost liked it more than Baby Reindeer, but I think Baby Reindeer altogether I liked more.
All right. I mean, the minute you said Baby Reindeer, that got me interested. So, I've seen the ads for this at least, and it looks interesting. But the minute you said that, I didn't know it was by the same person. So that's definitely good to know. Brandon says, I was thinking about giving Half Man a shot. I hear it's Chaos Incarnate. I love that. I'm gonna steal that. Chaos Incarnate.
Ooh, I do like Chaos Incarnate.
Yeah, we're gonna steal that.
This is my runner-up show of the year. I wanted to put it on so bad, but the ending, I'm with Dan. I don't love the ending, but I don't want people to be dissuaded by the ending. They need to. It's definitely an experience that's worth it. It is so intense, and Chaos Incarnate is great words for it. And it just follows this like bromance between these 2 guys throughout their whole life. And you get to see them when they're younger and like growing up, and like as they go to college and into their adulthood. And it is just the most toxic relationship between 2 men who are friends, and it just gets more and more insane as it goes along. But I definitely recommend this one.
And this is streaming. And I'm sorry if you said it and I missed it. This is streaming where again? Is this
HBO?
It's HBO. Okay, HBO. So there we go for that.
Thank you for asking that, Anthony.
Yeah,
Yes,
no
yes.
problem. If we could, and feel free to jump in and scream out HBO anytime you. Well, if it's relevant. Don't just scream out HBO. That's weird.
HBO!
All right, let's just follow up with we'll go to my number 2 now. We'll keep the order going and
All right, let's see.
and yeah. A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. HBO.
HBO!
Makes sense. This was a thing that came out of nowhere. Again, I guess going back to the Toy Story thing that we were talking about earlier, I guess I unfairly said, do we need this? Do we even need this? I think we did, surprisingly. This show sold me. I'm not sure who among you guys have seen this. Maybe Jace, because I think he's a bit more of a Game of Thrones guy. So I could go to you after this. But real quick, this is a short run. I highly recommend this show. I'll try to remain spoiler free because there are some things in this show that I think they played better for me, not knowing that they were coming. I unfortunately haven't checked out the books, but in that case, again, the surprises and twists that come along the way, they hit me fresh, and I liked it. They were like nice reveals along the way. Just a fun little show. I wouldn't mind seeing a second season. I sort of wish our boy Eric was here because he's up and he would know if there's a second season in the works. But yeah, I'm curious if anybody else in the chat has seen this too. Feel free to let me know. But I'll throw it over to Jace. You have seen this, and we haven't talked about it at all. If you still have an internet connection, talk really quick and tell me what you thought of it.
I know I got to take advantage of it while it's good.
Bingo.
So yeah, I was gonna say I've seen it. I like it. I'm a fan.
Okay,
This
good,
is
good.
also something that like I knew a little bit about these stories. Like I'm well aware of the Duncan and Egg storyline and how there's a lot of spin-off stories by George R.R. Martin. And I only know a little bit about them though. I've never actually read them. So anyway, I was kind of like, about the show as far as when they announced it. Watching it though, it's a good time. I think what's great about it is they took a different approach. It's we're so used to shows these days being that at least 48 to 53-minute long episodes. So you're kind of having this endeavor every time, and it's like dedicating a lot more than I think people want to sometimes. This is an easier watch. It's 6 episodes, and each episode is only the half-hour mark. You know what I mean? So none of it is stealing too much of your day away. You could binge the whole season in an afternoon. You know what I mean? And it's kind of, and I'm going to say this as a compliment, it's like Game of Thrones light edition. You know what I mean? Like it's still Game of Thrones. It feels very much fitting within the world, and it even has some stakes that all of a sudden start to feel Game of Thrones-y, but it never goes like too crazy overboard that I don't know, some people I guess that are really into Game of Thrones might like, but some people that are not too into that would maybe stray away from. I think it's actually a good kind of entry point to Game of Thrones. Like if you like that show, then hey, give the rest of Game of Thrones a shot. You might enjoy that as well. So anyway, I thought it was a great time all around. Like you said, Anthony, cool reveels, cool twists here and there for the minimal screen time we had, and I would definitely be open for another season of that.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up Game of Thrones too, because this gets there, but it doesn't go full on Game of Thrones, especially those earlier seasons. You know, that were like it had some heavier stuff, which I can't mention here because the stream will get shut off. But this doesn't quite go that far. Brandon also mentions that it's lighter in tone, and I agree. That may throw people off though to start it, because if you're going into this and you're looking for something with like a lot of punch, then that may throw you off. But I would say stick with it. You kind of get into the vibe and you get into the tone and you just go with it, and it's very much worth the watch. John, I'm gonna break your balls because it's been 6 years. Have you seen Game of Thrones yet?
No, I don't think I ever will at this point.
Dang it!
I'm going to check back in with you in another 6 years, and I'm going to expect you to say the same thing then.
Oh, God, dude. I'm 3 series, 10 seasons, 12 seasons behind. Like,
multiple spin-offs, and John's like, nope.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But we'll keep things going.
I was just gonna say real quick, you guys have completely sold me. I love Game of Thrones, but I was completely like disenchanted from the franchise after the finale, and then House of the Dragon I think has been kind of blech, especially after the first season.
Are you talking about the two most? We might have to be up to 3 now. The 2 most recent episodes, because it started again.
I haven't watched any of that.
Okay.
I just second season I just got completely disillusioned by it. But I don't know. I want to get back into it. So this Night of the Seven Kingdoms sounds like it's a really good jumping back in point.
It is.
Yeah,
I
it's-
would
it's a
recommend
nice
it.
refreshing taste.
Yeah, definitely get back in. Yeah, I think this is
Awesome.
worth a shot. At least 1 or 2 episodes. And you could binge the whole thing if you want. So that's always. I feel like that's always good to know that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like I feel like that the ability to binge is sort of like a plus, at least to me. But
Agreed.
we'll keep things moving along to our guy Jace down here because we're going to your favorite TV show. Number 2, sorry, favorite
Number
TV
2.
show.
Nice.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah. I didn't have a shirt fitting for anything else, so I figured why not do it for this. But anyway, man, oh man, is this show good proof that Star Wars, I think, is not as dead as I believe people claim that it happens to be from time to time. Like, don't get me wrong, it's funny because actually one of my worst considerations of the year is also something Star Wars related, as much as I hate to say that. But this is just so well done, man. It is so well put together. The animation is phenomenal. This is the definition of you don't have to be a kid to enjoy animation, because this is like kids could enjoy this. It's not like too adult in any way, shape, or form, but it's also arguable to say this was not made for kids. It just happens to be enjoyable for kids as well. The story is, I'm not trying to exaggerate when I say that a lot of the script, especially Maul, his dialogue throughout most of the show is like poetry. It's like spoken poetry. It's almost Shakespeare-esque. And again, forgive me, everyone that might be like, oh, take it easy, right? As far as I would say, give it a shot first before you come at me as far as for having that emotion or feeling, because I think that you would probably say it's justified, because there's something about it that just feels so much more genuine than, I don't know, some of the stuff that we've been getting with other Star Wars material. And it just shows that if you really focus on a good character-driven, still having personal moments to it, but character-driven story, really no matter what franchise it is, it could still be good. But like Star Wars is still a very strong franchise. It just happens that some of its strongest elements right now are in the animation world for sure, and it's the live action that has catching up at this point. But man, I seriously, like, if anybody was even slightly uncertain about it, this is another one that I feel it's not a huge endeavor of your time, so it wouldn't be a big time waster if you wanted to give it a shot. It's not terribly long in the sense of a season. I think it leaves off on a super interesting and phenomenal point that's cliffhanger-ish, but not disappointing cliffhanger, like a really sincerely interested as where is this going to go type of cliffhanger, and executed beautifully. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those where I just really can't say enough good things about it, to be honest with you. It's could have almost gotten up to number 1. We've just had a lot of good TV this year.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I do. I'm with you 100% on this. I'm going to do a plug for us too, because Jason and I were able to discuss our 4 favorite TV shows recently, and we talked about this show at length on there. Feel free to check that out if you're watching this and you want to see us discuss Small a lot further. You can check that out. John, I do want to jump to our Rule of 3 guy from Florida. Have you had a chance to see this one yet? Not yet.
Oh man,
Highly recommended. Obviously,
when it comes to Star Wars, I'm not off the bandwagon, but I'm asleep in the bandwagon. Like nothing's been able to wake me up to Star Wars.
He's sleeping over there.
Yeah, I'm not off it. I'm not off it. Nothing's been able to wake me up for it.
Okay. All right. Well,
maybe this will wake you up, John.
Yeah, hopefully it wakes you up. Have you been spoiled on it? There's a couple of big 100%. Things you have. Okay, all right. Yeah.
It's still so worth it, though. It's again, and it's not a huge waste of time.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Fair enough. And we lost Shawn, but that's I mean, that's not okay. But we're gonna just keep it moving for a second.
I would have thought we would have lost me.
Hopefully we don't lose anybody. But we'll keep it moving along to Jonathan now. For number 2.
All right. John's number 2.
Oh, shit.
I so appreciate these graphics. I forgot what my number 2 was.
Thank you.
Yeah, Shawn.
Thank you, Shawn.
Yeah, Shawn did.
It helps.
I loved Beef. Beef is such a great series 2 seasons in. I love the first season. I thought that was incredible. And then going into season 2, I actually caught it late. But even then, just watching that night after night with my wife, because we're always able to watch maybe 1 episode a night, 2 episodes a night, depending. Anthony, you get it, dad life.
Oh yeah.
Bro, every time we would watch an episode, we're just like, why do we gotta go to sleep? Why is there work tomorrow? Because like I want to keep watching. Like, it's so good. And I love that it's also so different. It's not a rehash of the same themes or the same type of dilemma that we had in the first season. It's so different. We're dealing with a whole new crop of characters. And instead of focusing on 2 people that have beef, it's 2 different couples that have beef, 4 people total. And it's not necessarily like it's 2 teams having beef. Eventually, the show gets very complicated, and it's 4 and more people just having this beef. And the themes that are woven throughout about relationships, relationship dynamics, and codependency, how invisible or how sneaky it can be when you kind of don't nurture a relationship and you get so codependent, and how eventually that ends up rotting from the inside out. So smart and so funny, like such a funny show. In terms of performances as well, take your pick. Charles Melton, Kaylee Spaney, Carey Mulligan, and Oscar Isaac. Take your pick. Who was your favorite? Take your pick.
Is it Young Yi, the woman from Minari is in it as well?
Yi Jung Yoon,
Yeah.
yeah. She's in it too. She's awesome. She doesn't have much to do in terms of range because her character doesn't call for it. But she's great in it. Just her presence alone was so fun to have there. But it gets nuts, guys. It gets nutty. It gets so
As did
nutty.
the first season.
Right. But yeah, I loved it. I really loved it. And even that ending, the ending was so bittersweet in a way. Some characters have these endings where you go, okay, like that was nice. It's kind of sad to see. And then some characters have this devastating ending that it's not like a devastating ending, but it's almost like inner death. Devastating of an ending, and you're like, oh no, like this is terrible. It's great.
I want to watch it so bad. I loved the first season, and I haven't seen this second season.
You have to show.
I know. I love the cast. I love the people behind this show. They're going to be doing X-Men, the X-Men live action movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
a lot of talent there. I'll ask the question. I get to ask it. Where's the beef? Streaming.
Lord.
Yes.
Where? Oh, wow.
That expression is older than me. But yeah, so where is it streaming though?
Netflix. It is on Netflix.
There we go. For those who want to check it out, Brandon is saying like that he was disappointed with. Oh, he's just saying he's heard that some people were slightly disappointed with the second season. John, but not you. In your case, you're a fan still. You're digging it.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan. Yeah. I again, this one gets very nutty, and I can see how maybe toward the end, maybe people are saying, "Oh, it's a little too overboard. That's a little too overboard. Like it's almost like John Wick-ish."
Okay,
and it's like that's weird. Okay,
yeah.
But in terms of its themes and the way they get there and the performances, I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, no, and overboard is good if it's. So, like, if it's like us and you need to keep us awake,
I think it's only going to get nuttier
in our lives.
I honestly think it's only going to get nuttier. Seriously.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
John, which one do you like better, season 1 or season 2?
Oh yeah, good question.
Yeah, I think season 1 maybe.
Okay.
So far. Now wait, and also to be clear, last thing I'll say is the second season done or is it still like in progress?
No, it's done. It's
all
been
done,
over for months at this point. Yeah.
All right. Dan, were you into?
No,
this?
I haven't. I loved the first season. I haven't watched the new season yet. So John said he was late to it, and he's in front of all of us.
All righty. Well, we're gonna keep things moving with TV, I believe, right? So we're gonna go to our number 1, and we're gonna go back up to our boy Shawn down there, and he's ready to go and give us his number 1 pick for his favorite TV show so far.
I love this show. Whoever is not watching Widow's Bay needs to watch it right now. All the episodes are out, right, Dan?
Yes, I believe. Yeah, they are. And
so the whole season's out right now. Really quickly, what it's about this man on an island. He's like the mayor, and weird supernatural stuff starts happening on the island, and almost every episode is kind of like a new like terror of the week almost.
Oh,
And
nice.
it's like an adult Goosebumps. It's super funny, Twin Peaks-esque. This show, it blew me away. I think it's going to be winning all the awards at the Emmys too. If you haven't watched it, it's literally the funniest thing I've seen on TV in ages. It's also genuinely scary. And that's the mix of being able to do both at the same time is just extremely impressive.
Nice. All right, dude, you're selling me on it. It sounds like I have another subscription to get.
Yeah, Apple
Anthony, I
TV,
think
baby.
Anthony,
I mean,
think you
even
would love
aside
it out
from
of all
this,
of us.
even aside from this, there's a lot of other stuff on there that I've been meaning to check out. So I think I have to, even if it's just for like a couple months, just to like catch up. You know what
Yes.
I mean? Dan, you were into the show as well?
Yeah, I'm not finished with it yet, but yes,
Okay.
I'm almost done. But yeah,
All right.
it is really good.
Yeah.
And Parks and Rec writers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it has that
Yeah.
Parks and Recreation, like dry, silly, subtle humor.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. There we go. Anybody else fans of this show? If not, we're gonna go to Dan.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I do want to say though, like I'm not one to always like chime in. Oh yeah, well I haven't seen it, but I'll add it to the list because who am I kidding? If I were to say that, I don't have a cabinet in this house big enough to hide my watch list. Honestly, I don't. I don't say it for everything because I'm not gonna watch something.
Oh, okay.
Widow's Bay is my next watch. And Shawn, Shawn,
cool.
you putting it at number one only cements it. So it was already at number one, but you putting it as your one only cements it. I've just been hearing too many good things about this. Too many good things about this show, dude. Honestly, so I'm excited.
All right.
I am so happy to hear that, John. I think you're gonna love it.
Awesome.
Dude, so we'll catch up with you on Rubber Ducky 6 to see your thoughts. Yeah. Early plug on that. Rubber Ducky 6, Revenge of the Duck, coming next year. All right, we'll keep it moving with Dan. I'm actually curious to see.
Yeah, no, my show will not turn anyone. I'm getting, but
don't leave out the graphic for yourself. Graphic. So go ahead. I keep getting graphic. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's I call it the straight hockey show because Heated Rivalry was the gay hockey show. But yeah, no, it's so cute and good. I know I'm preaching to someone that's never gonna watch it, but like I can't even see Shawn. Shawn, I can't even see you watching it.
You can't see me?
Maybe you can watch it. No, seeing you watch it.
Oh yeah, no. Hard pass.
It's really good though. Like some people have said it's better than Heated Rivalry, which I don't think is that crazy. But I don't know. It's just cute and endearing and reminded me of like old teen movies from the 90s and the 2000s.
Oh, okay.
So what's the like? What is gonna make people watch this show? Because I just don't know what the point is. Like, is it just like a cheesy romantic hockey show?
Yeah. It's like she think like she's all that, and like because they make a deal and stuff like that, and yeah, it's like a cheesy hockey romantic show with a bunch of hot people. So,
but is it like,
Dan? I think you're watching for the hot people.
There's an audience for that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, is it like overly dramatic? Is it like lighter in tone? Does it get like serious? Just curious.
It's pretty light. I mean,
Okay.
it does get serious. Oh, I guess she got something happened to her in the past that's bad. Yes. So yeah, no, it gets serious. But no, I don't know. It's just so good.
Well, Dan, I'm glad you like it.
And there's Timu Gun Powell in there, a guy that looks and acts kind of like Gun Powell, and I think is hotter than Gun Powell. But
all right. All righty.
Nice.
Oh, hey, and I just we have to highlight this. I've heard about Off Campus, but it's too straight for me. That's
Funny enough, piggybacking off that comment, Dan, the first thing I thought when it showed the picture, the poster of the show, I was like, That's not two guys. Are you sure that's your choice there?
I'm confused too, Jace.
Hey,
not-
I'm straight. It might be too straight for me.
Yeah, there's
All right. Well, all right. So moving, I guess at this point we'll just jump into we'll keep it moving along and we'll find out
Yeah.
if my number one is gay or straight. Let's go to mine. Baby.
Number
Gay
one.
or straight? Let's
Yes.
see.
All right. Yeah. I mean,
Very
a,
straight.
You guys are really pushing the Star Wars on us
I mean-
today.
a double bladed saber. That's pretty straight. All right. No.
I
All
mean,
right.
it curves a little to the left.
Darth Maul. Darth Maul. Yeah.
It's a little to the left.
I'm out. I'm done.
All right. So for all of the reasons Jay said earlier, I'll let Shawn collect himself. For all of the reasons that we said earlier, but that Jay said earlier, those are also my reasons. But I can spoil here a little bit because John has already been spoiled.
Yes.
But they gave us a Darth Vader Maul fight, and that is something I think a lot of fans have been waiting on for a long time. I also wasn't spoiled on it, and I hope I'm not spoiling anybody here. But I mean, by now you've seen a YouTube thumbnail or something because people have been screaming about this for a while. That alone, I just want to bring something a little bit different into the conversation about this because Jace was pretty thorough earlier when he mentioned it. The writing on this show, the voice work was great. I can't wait for season 2. Again, check out our stream if you want to hear me blab about it a lot more. But I can't say enough. I highly recommend Maul. And again, it's more with Star Wars animation. I mean, as a fan also of other shows like Bad Batch and Clone Wars, this may be the best of the animation, or at least it's way up there. That could be another Rule of 3 type stream. Maybe we could rank our favorite animated series. John, please come along. But anyway, I think that could be fun. But yeah, this is my number one show so far. There's been a lot of good TV this year.
Mhm.
So like Daredevil, I've also liked The Boys. I've also liked it, so much. But I think that this one just stands out for me right now. We'll see where I land at the end of the year.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a huge animation buff, and you
Yeah.
guys almost you sold me on this show. Like the fact that
Yeah.
both of you love it so much, and I really do like Darth Maul as a character and a villain. So I think I'm gonna give it a shot.
They have evolved this character so much from when we saw him just kind of taken out in Phantom Menace a million years ago. It's almost like a whole new character now. I could blab about it endlessly, but we'll keep things moving along with the number one show for Jace, right?
Yes, Jace.
There we go, and I'm even pointing in the right direction. Another winner.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Invincible is just bringing the heat
Mm.
recently. Specifically this past season. I mean, I think like any show, it's had its ebbs and flows, like ups and downs, but I think every season I've still enjoyed thoroughly. But if we're just going off of what we've gotten from this year and this most recent season, this is another great example of how animation does not need to just be for children. And where I
Yeah.
said that Maul could be
Mhm.
enjoyed by families alike, this show is obviously a perfect example of don't let your kids watch this.
No.
Might want to
Fair
let
enough, yeah.
off for a bit. But I will say that in regards to what it brings to the table, like the stakes, I can't stress enough that I feel the stakes with this show. And I think that there's a lot of times where there's shows or movies that's one of the things that I hear is like a big complaint of there's no stakes to it. You know what I mean? It just feels like a harmless adventure, and those can always be fun. There's nothing wrong with those, but there's also something to be said about when you can feel the weight to a situation.
Yeah.
And the fact that this animated series is able to do that so much. I won't go into details too much of the plot for the sake of not wasting time, not even just spoiler's sake. But there are so many things that are introduced that when they're introduced, I personally feel like it's hard to not feel the weight of those moments. There are so many good emotional moments between characters, like the relationships and how they build and the complexities within there are just beyond astounding in my opinion, especially even comparison to some live action shows.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, like the way they keep develop things are amazing, and especially because we're dealing with characters that are so like Superman like, you know, like the main character Invincible and other people of his kind, they're kind of Superman-esque characters, and it can kind of become very easy to make that dull. And I think they just do a wonderful job of it not being that. It's the exact opposite, you know, to the point where I'm continuously wondering what's happening. So this season knocked it out of the park, in my opinion. Super, super excited as far as where it goes from here. I just, once again, I can't give them enough accolades. The action is phenomenal. Like, it's just so much fun to watch, I feel like. I know the animation for it has kind of gotten a knock here and there about them maybe being like cheaper on some ends, and there's some parts where I guess it's more simplistic, but for the most part it's really, really well executed. So just, yeah, definitely as far as taking the top spot for me right now. And again, that's saying a lot because, as we've been hinting at, a lot of good TV within the year. Still definitely other, like, love The Boys, love Daredevil, but this one has definitely been taking the top spot for me.
Yeah, and speaking of The Boys, if you are a fan of The Boys, this is definitely in the spirit of that. Arguably better. It hits a lot of the same beats, and we deconstruct superheroes a little bit, but this does it. I don't know. It's just superior in a lot of ways. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Highly recommended, and it's worth binging if you haven't seen it at all. It's on Amazon. Definitely worth checking out. Yeah,
I'm finally watching it. I'm actually watching it right now. I'm on the end of season 2, and I fucking, excuse my French, love it. It is so good. I'm sad that I have missed out on it for so long.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm excited to watch season 4.
All right, cool. We're happy to have you on board. He caught me up on it. I think I ended up going so fast. I think I even passed him at one point. And I had to like stop. Right? I think you caught me up on this like a couple years back. You were like, "Oh, check out Invincible. You'll like it," and I did. And yeah, for Dan and John, we recommend it to you. I think you guys.
I do want to watch it. I do want to watch it.
It's so good.
I think you would. I think you would.
It really is. Yeah.
And speaking of John, we could go to your. I'm anxious to hear your number one.
Ooh.
TV show.
John's number one is On Campus. No.
On.
The Testaments. Okay, let's get into this. For those of you who don't know, this is the spinoff of The Handmaid's Tale. The original author of the book made a spinoff during the show's run on television called The Testaments, and it deals with the main character, June Osborne, her daughter, who is still in the this horrible government that is now America, called Gilead. She's still there, brainwashed under their theocracy, and it's basically following her story. The thing is, this is not a show that you can just start watching on season 1. It's technically like a Handmaid's Tale season 7, if you will, just not with the original characters. But I loved it so much. Now, last season of The Handmaid's Tale, which was the last season of The Handmaid's Tale, did not impress me whatsoever. I thought it was so rushed. I thought it wasn't good. Francis and I were watching every week going, I don't think this is a good season at all. And that was the end.
Was that
the reason it wasn't good?
Season for Handmaidens?
Handmaid has 6 seasons.
6. Oh my God.
6 freaking seasons.
Wow. Okay. All right.
They started in 2017. Handmaid.
Wow.
So almost 10 years since season 1.
Jeez.
And the reason why it wasn't so good is because they spent all their time and money on the Testaments, because it is incredible just in terms of how they're building the world, in terms of how they're pushing this story forward. It is incredible. There were times where I even gave Francis some film lessons, and I would pause a scene and explain to her what good blocking was. Because the show is doing so much with its cinematography, with its costume design, with its set design. Its script is so good. And bro, it is being head by Chase Infinity, coming off of one battle after another. And I swear, every time she's on the screen, me and my wife look at each other and we go, the fact that this isn't Oscar-winning actress Chase Infinity is insane. She is a star. They found a gem. Paul Thomas Anderson found a gem in Infinity, and Hollywood is just taking advantage now and using her because, man, is this show great because of her. To any fan of Handmaid's Tale, this is better than a lot of its last seasons, plural. At times I would go on Disney Plus because it's Hulu. I would go on Disney Plus and it was trending number 2. Some weeks it was trending number 1 in TV shows. People are loving it because it's different, but it's returning you back to the world. And now these characters that you spend almost 10 years with, they're almost like Marvel cameos at times. They'll pop up and you go, holy crap, it's this person. Like, that's awesome. So it's becoming that universe now. And I'm just excited. I think they did such a great job. And yeah, that's the testament, man.
All right, very cool. Can people dive into this without seeing the
I
other?
don't recommend it. I don't recommend
All
it.
right, fair enough. So you have a lot of TT. If you want to get into this, you have a lot to.
Yeah, I
catch
don't
up
recommend it, dude. Yeah, I
But
would
it is
say
what it
like
is.
maybe you guys would disagree. I wouldn't know, but like Game of Thrones, I feel is not really one that I can. Yeah, let me just dive into House of the Dragon. I feel like, oh, bro, you gotta watch Game of Thrones though. You would appreciate it so much more.
All right. Well, fair enough. Shawn, was there something you wanted to note, or
You literally just stole my question.
I stole the question. All right. Well, you know what, guys? This has been a pretty positive, so much positivity throughout this stream. It's time to do some shit. It's time to do some crap talking. Sorry, I'll keep it clean just for now.
Let's do it.
I think it's time to go into some of our worst picks. What do you guys think?
I think we should talk some crap right now. Yeah.
Let's talk some crap. We have a graphic for crap.
Do we have a graphic of
Maybe we
crap?
should shoot some shit.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dad?
For Sean's,
Graphic, not a crappy graphic. You know
Sean's
what I mean.
worst film. Is it
You guys, no, this movie is so bad. So bad. It's Justin Long, and it's like this kind of like police procedural, but with vampires. And it is the messiest. Like, I can't even believe this thing was in theaters, to be honest. I got a screener for it. And when I saw that it was in theaters, I was like, there is no way. Like, people would have to be asking for their money back because the CGI is horrendous. The acting is so bad. It looks like a student film. And the fact that it was in theaters, it bewilders me. So whatever you guys do not watch it. What?
Are the vampires policemen?
No.
There are vampires in the police force, yes.
I don't know. It sounds kind of awesome what you're
does it answer
describing.
No, and there's like a
No, I
race
just
war
don't-
happening, and it's like you got like no. I know it sounds cool, but it's really, really
Well,
bad.
I mean, the minute you said race war, I was like, oh, okay, that sounds serious. So I don't know that.
Right, it takes itself way too seriously,
Yeah.
and like the race war thing, it really feels like they have this message and they want to just like pound it into your head, and it just doesn't. Like, it's a good message, like about like police brutality and stuff like that. It's a good message, but just done in a really ham-fisted way.
All right, its heart is in the right place, but
Ooh.
doesn't.
Yeah.
And alrighty, cool. So there you go, one to avoid. But we have
Oh.
another 4 more to avoid.
Another 4.
I'm not gonna have much to say about mine, but like, let's go to Dan. What's your worst of the worst?
Yes. The Strangers, Chapter 3.
Yeah.
How is this a thing still?
It's a thing.
No, wait,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, no. I don't know how they I think they made all 3 of these like at once, and then because they kept releasing them, and I'm like, and I didn't hate the first one. And now I've gone down to it. Then the second one I didn't really like, and then this one was bad. Like, very bad. And I'm someone that doesn't usually like hate movies or like too much, hate on things too much. But yeah, no, this one was not well written and weird, and tried to do some romantic angle between the final girl and one of the guys. And it was just weird and boring.
The fact that you watched all 3 movies is insane to me.
Do you want to rank
no,
them? And you don't have to. Don't worry. That's
would they probably it's release order of these
release.
three.
Okay, oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right,
My
cool.
favorite
Gotcha.
one.
So,
Yeah.
another one to avoid. One. I guess we'll just jump ahead to mine for yet another thing to avoid.
Yeah.
My worst.
Yeah, Anthony's.
All right. So, in terms of movies that put me to sleep, really, really, really fast. Oh my God, this one takes the record. Just no, thank you. No, maybe I don't know, chalk it up to me being really, really, really tired. I give a completely honest thumbs down to this because I didn't finish it. So I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to put that out there. I didn't finish it. But from what I saw of it, no, thank you. I don't have a lot to say because I didn't see all of it, but it didn't engage me. It didn't pull me in. It just felt like we're just throwing cliches at the wall. And I was expecting, going by the title alone, I was expecting more. Shawn, I think you might even have more to say. Did you finish this?
I finished it. I saw it in theaters, and this was like one of my most anticipated movies of the year because it's from the writer of Seven.
Yeah,
and Seven is one of my favorite films. And I was like, serial killer thriller. He's going back to this genre. It is the most inane movie, and it's so messily put together and edited. And like you said, Anthony, it's just like cliche after cliche. And then everything that happens before it does not lead to where it ends up. And the ending is so... It feels like a 12-year-old, like really angry 12-year-old goth kid wrote this movie and made it a film. Like that's it. I hate this movie.
All right, I think we have an early pick for our Rubber Ducky 6.
Yeah, no, it's gonna need to be in there.
Did anyone else have the misfortune of seeing this? Jace, the way you reacted, I wasn't sure if you were a fan, in which case I feel bad for crapping on this movie.
No, it's just that it was on my list of things to potentially check out. Now I just know that I would only do that if I wanted to torture myself, apparently.
Yeah, waste of time.
Yeah, that's what... Shawn, I remember you and I talked about it. We were both more excited for this than Scream 7.
Yeah.
And that's saying something for me. But we might talk about Scream 7 in a second. But yeah, no, I took it off my list. I'm not gonna watch it at all. Psycho Killer at all. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is what it is. Let's keep the negativity going. Jace, I need you to be as negative as humanly possible. Outdo Shawn and me, please. Go ahead, take it.
All right, here's Jace's worst film.
Speaking of Scream 7.
Exactly. And, just because Anthony was asking for it to be really, just exaggerated here, forgive me, everyone, but I fucking hate this movie. All right, now I'm just joking. I will say it's one of those where this is just going off of what I've seen so far this year. So I don't even know if by the time the year's over, if I will truly be able to say, like, this is just my worst favorite movie of the year. But I do feel like it's just not at all holding up to the rest of the Scream franchise at this point. And the ending was one of the silliest things I think I've seen as far as like from the reveal, right? Out of all the reveals that I can recall off the top of my memory of these Scream movies, I despised this one. I thought it was just so horrific and lackluster. And I just remember having this feeling of, I like the mid-movie reveal, right? Like the one where I still thought it was kind of weird that it was like, all right, we don't know who that person is, but I did like that approach, right? That it's like, oh, interesting. We've never had a mid-movie reveal like this, and then something's still coming later. But then to have the later part just be so, like it was. I would have rather just spoiler alerts, but I would have just rather Matthew Lillard actually come back. And supposedly, from what I've heard, this is something that I believe is true at this point. I believe they actually created an ending, and in the test screenings, they did have an ending where Matthew Lillard actually came back, and apparently people were like, "Nah, that's too confusing. I don't get it. How is he still alive?" And so they were like, "Okay, we'll change it." I don't know what test audience that was, but you all deserve to sleep on a mattress of rocks for the next decade. Like, what? Why you influence them to change that is beyond me. Because honestly, like the rest of the movie is, I could deal with it. You know, it's okay. But that ending is really, I think, what made it just draw into the lower end of everything for me for the year, especially the worst favorite so far.
Such a bummer too.
Yeah, the reveal would have been better if they cut out the scary movie reveal and put that in and didn't explain it why there's new characters here. But that scary movie reveal was much better.
That's bad.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
John, did you get to see this one? And any
Oh
thoughts
man,
on it?
yeah. So disappointed with Scream 7. Scream. We even did a stream about it. Scream had an incredible batting average, and not anymore. It struck out with 7. Honestly, I don't think 7 is a good movie. I think it's watchable as a fan. I can watch it again as a fan because I just love the series. The same way like Anthony, you love horror. I bet on a good weekend you could probably binge all 13 Friday the 13 movies just because you love that franchise, the good and the bad.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I feel about 7. But I'm gonna be objective. It's not good, and it's not the best Scream at all. It's now the worst one. And yeah, that reveal is horrendous. It's so stupid. And there's something else to say about that. A director really lends a touch to the look of a film because this felt and looked like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah. Brandon mentions I wasn't ever going to watch the movie for personal reasons with the studio's decisions of removing the lead actress and for not having a director duo that have been killing it. Yeah, that was a big part of this as well. I guess I'll throw out one last question. Do you think where do we go from here? Can they pick things back up is what I'm saying. Can they redeem this franchise?
They're going to. It's basically already confirmed that they're going to do an 8, and there is at least some hope in it because they have the showrunners of Poker Face doing it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Bring back Melissa Barrera and we'll talk.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
We're going to keep the negativity rolling here with Jonathan's worst.
Jonathan's worst.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody saw this movie. The less said about it, the better. I hated it. I really did not like Pizza Movie. It was such a waste of time. I felt like this was a movie that wanted to be like the next stoner flick for the new generation, and it just did not work. I felt what makes a stoner flick memorable, it's at least funny. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. Something that Jordan Peele once said during this, we're talking about almost 10 years ago. I think it was an interview for Get Out. He did a podcast and he talked about, because he was asked the question, were you high when you made this, when you made Get Out, when you were making the script and the story for Get Out? And Jordan Peele said, I was high when I was like, coming up with the ideas of what Get Out would become. But when it's time to put that thought to paper, you can't. You have to be focused. These people didn't get the memo. They were just high the whole time. And it's not good. It's not funny. There's even like this horrible joke at the end when they're like, you're actually in a movie. What is it called? Pizza Movie. Oh, we have time to change that. Oh, bro, I almost like threw up. I hated it. I honestly might not even put in a vote come Rubber Duckies, just because like the less said about it, the better. I might just put a vote for Scream 7 just for Scream to have a spot in the Rubber Duckies. I don't want this movie anywhere near it. But the truth of the matter is, I think it is the worst movie of the year.
All right. Fair enough. Dan, did you have? I'm guessing you didn't like this either.
No, I admit on it. I gave it a 3 out of. I gave it a 3 out of 5. Jace, I still think, despite what John just said, I think you should still watch it.
That's why I was surprised
Been a
because Dan
stoner movie?
recommended it to me.
Okay, all right. I mean, do you like stoner comedies usually? Is that like I haven't
Me?
heard that from you. Yeah, no, for Jace because you were
Well, I would
recommending.
think
Oh,
Jace
dude.
is.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I love
Okay.
stoner comedies. You
But
know,
not-
Grandma's Boy, How High, Pineapple Express. Those are like some of
Pineapple
my favorite movies.
Express.
Yeah,
Those are great
Yeah.
films.
there are good ones. I mean, to be fair, just so people don't do think. But
Harold
this
Kumar.
isn't necessarily.
This one's horrible. Yeah, I say stoner comedy, but nobody's smoking weed. It's like this super drug induced comedy, if anything.
Would it help if you're drugged out of your mind to enjoy this? But nah, that's a bad question.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like the people that made it were actually drugged out of their mind.
No, I mean the viewers. No,
Just
They,
don't-
well,
don't do
So-
drugs, kids.
I don't find it funny at all. I thought it was
So-
so bad.
So how I explain it is, it's like the 2 minutes in 21 Jump Street when Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill smoke, except not as funny, not as good, nearly as good as 21 Jump Street. But it's just like that. They're on drugs,
Right.
random stuff
Man,
is happening.
The
I'd
2
rather
minutes
watch-
of that was enough. I don't need a whole movie like that.
Dude, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it's like they're trying to reach the peak of those 2 minutes, the whole movie, and it's like, oh, stop it.
Yeah, sometimes something is just good enough for like a skit, a Saturday Night Live skit, or something like that.
Yeah,
You can't drag it
yeah.
out to an hour and a half or a feature length. But I guess let's swing things back and cap things off in like a positive note, right?
Yes.
We're gonna bring it back to Shawn for our number one
Favorite movies of the year, baby.
of the year.
Yes, sir.
Yep, Sean's number one.
I love this movie so much. Leviticus, it's in theaters now. Probably
Maybe.
not for very much longer. So if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out in theaters. Support this movie. This movie is it's a horror film about two gay couple, this young gay couple, and their parents put them in conversion therapy. And the conversion therapy is basically the person you desire most becomes an entity that tries to kill you.
Oh my god.
And this movie is so powerful, and I think I loved it so much because I identified with it very much. But it is a powerful film. It is truly genuinely scary. And I don't know, it moved me in a way that I was not expecting. So I really hope people go out and support this and check out my review where I got to interview the director of the film as well, which
I was
was
gonna say,
such a pleasure.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, you're ringing a bell now. That's right. This was the big video. Yeah, and you did the interview. Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Sean has been killing it lately too with the videos for like the last couple months. By all means, check out Lost in the Real. This guy has. I don't know how you keep up the quality and quantity.
Thank you, buddy.
Man, killing it, man. Leviticus. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry. I literally
Leviticus,
could write
yeah.
a dissertation about it. I'm sorry. Literally could write a dissertation about all the symbolism and layers to it. Kind of an allegory for conversion therapy and the AIDS epidemic. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely deep material, and it has to be taken seriously. And it sounds like this one is a winner and well worth checking out. All right. There we go. Has anybody else had a chance to see this one yet? Dan, maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
I saw it.
yeah.
So I love it now, but I
Okay.
was disappointed by it when I first saw it. It's good. I still, I don't know. I was let down. I saw it again. I saw it a second time after talking with Shawn about it for the first time and like looking online about different meanings and stuff. I definitely grew on it, and even since my second viewing, I've grown on it more. So yeah, it's a really good one.
All right. It seems like the running theme today is like that we have to see these movies 2 and 3 times to like
Yeah.
appreciate them, which means, the pizza movie, John's Pizza movie, you just one more time and you're going to love it.
It might be great. Yeah.
This is a good question.
Good
yes,
question. Dan, were you wanting more scary horror elements?
No,
Thank you, Brandon.
so I know these expectations are high, and I'm kind of hyperbolizing here. I was hoping this was gonna like cure all shame and that I have about this topic, and gonna cure homophobia, gonna do like make me cry. It did not make me cry. I was hoping for too many things. I think I wanted it to be deeper than it was and more thought provoking, and it I don't know, it didn't hit me.
It sure hit me.
All right, fair enough. Well, and on that note, let's hear Dan. You're up next, so let's hear what your number one was for so far for 2026.
Yes, my number one. Project Hail Mary. Yeah, no, yeah, Dom. I love that, but I'm afraid other people are gonna see it and think people don't like the movie.
True,
yeah. Yeah. But no, I just love the relationship between Rocky and Ryland Grace, and I thought it was just it was beautiful to look at. I actually do agree. I do wish I did want it to hit me even harder, especially the first time I saw it. But no, it hit me hard enough, I think, and I watched it a few other times in theaters, and I just think it's funny, fun, really cool, really beautiful to look at, and I just love Rocky.
Yeah. And I will say one quick nerdy thing about like the Rocky references. When we get the Adrian reference too, I was like, that's it. This
great.
movie just like it's so small, but like it fit in naturally, right? I will have a lot more to say about this shortly, but anybody else want to jump in? You don't even have to because it's gonna come up again. I'll just go ahead and say it.
I just love it, man. I just really love it. I think I said this when my first time around, but it's animated movie vibes in live action, and I love that about it. I do.
Yeah. Would you say? I'll say one thing. I'll ask one question. Feel free, anybody. Is it Ryan Gosling's best work? Because he's had a lot of good movies now. I'm a big fan of Drive, by the way. If anybody's
love Drive.
Okay. I don't know. That one may still be tops for me, but this one was really good too.
It's in his top.
It's in his top.
It was.
I would say it's this or Drive are very close.
He's great as Ken. I'm sorry. Like
and Ken. I forgot. How could I forget about Ken?
Yeah,
I think he's so good as Ken. It's so different. But like, come on, like, let's not discredit that performance.
No, dude, he really is like one of the best actors working today by far.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
The most consistent.
I will say I love this is the Ryan Gosling. Like I love his look. He's so shaggy in this movie, and I love that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, wow.
I guess since we're on the subject, let's go ahead and scoot over to my number one.
Yeah, Anthony's number one.
Hey, what a big surprise! So Hail Mary, it's also my number one so far. I'm starting to wonder like if it's gonna remain my number one, because we're at that midpoint, right? It's like I'm trying to think of the other things coming out.
The Odyssey, Spider-Man.
Yeah, and
Dune,
if you guys
Avengers.
If you guys have time, maybe we could even talk about things coming up. But yeah, real quick about this movie. I also, Jace, I saw this somewhat recently too. I'd heard nothing but good things about it, and it lived up to the hype. That's sometimes some things that concerns me when there's like a million people all screaming how awesome something is, and I'm like, oh no, now I'm going in and I'm expecting something awesome, so it has to deliver. This film delivers. I absolutely love the relationship also between Rocky and Grace. That totally landed for me. I have very few criticisms of this one. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. I want to watch it with the family too. I think John mentioned this one's safe to watch or whatever. I believe it's just PG-13. It just hit Amazon for free. So if you haven't checked it out yet, by all means check it out. I haven't read the book, so I can't say one way or the other. Dan can speak more to that. But man, this just landed for me completely. I was even curious if it doesn't need it, but I was even curious about a sequel. Like, I don't know, maybe just leave this alone, stand alone. It's a perfect little sci-fi movie and just leave it at that. But at the same time, I am kind of curious where they could maybe go with this if they wanted to. I don't think there's plans for it per se.
I wouldn't want a sequel, but I would be okay with them revealing like this is part of like a bigger sci-fi universe. Like it's the same universe as The Martian or something like that. Because it's the thing. It's the same author. It's the same author. So it'd be cool if it's somewhere maybe in a third movie. I don't know if he has another book. Like it's revealed. Like they mentioned Ryland Grace, and that he never came back, or they mentioned Matt Damon's character from The Martian. Like it'll be cool that it's in the same universe, but I don't want a sequel for this. I loved it.
And maybe Rocky shows up in the third one.
Oh god,
a little cameo of Rocky.
maybe I do want
Yeah,
a
so
sequel.
I don't want a sequel either, but at the same time, I love Rocky and Ryland so much. I do want to see more of them, but I'm fine with no sequel. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he
the
has
thing.
one more. He has one more book that's less. It's less acclaimed than Project Hail Mary and the Martian. It's called Artemis something.
Okay.
But yeah, no. So he has one more book, I believe.
And I'm glad they went the route. I don't know if it ever was, thrown around as like a possible TV series. I think it works fine as like a film. The pacing felt fine. Everything's there that we needed, at least in my opinion. It works fine as a film.
Yeah.
Curious about a sequel, but again, it's fine as a standalone. I'm happy with it. We'll keep things moving along though to my guy Jace down here to hear your number one of 2026 so far.
All right.
Yeah, man. Good old Obsession.
Yeah.
It hit all the right notes. There's something about it that I think it's a nice blend and mixture of things. I'm just a huge Curry Barker fan, like in general. I think that like the dude's just super ridiculously talented, and I know him much more from his comedic side than anything else. But I love and respect immensely that he's got such a genuine talent and that fits in this area as well, like in another genre, because sometimes people get labeled to just one genre, right? And like they make something and they just think, oh, you're just the comedy guy, and why would you make a horror thing? Although of course it seems like it's a trend that's been happening lately where a lot of comedic people are starting to do horror stuff, but nonetheless, it's another shining example of this working really well. It immediately makes me super excited about his upcoming projects, because he's got a couple of things, like he's doing his own rendition of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm super excited about that. He's got like another kind of ghost story that seems like it's a comedic but actual horror twist.
That's already
Yes.
been filmed, right? That's in post-production.
Yeah.
And I believe he has a
believe
fourth
so.
project after this. I
Yeah.
believe he already
Nice.
Yeah.
And he's one of those where like it just shows sometimes we're making the right people famous. You know what I mean? Like he deserves it. But in focusing just on this movie individually, it was just such a pleasant surprise. I think it was, interesting to see a horror come out at a time when you're not really generally expecting horror movies to come out, let alone something so kind of like game changing. And there's something that is surprisingly simplistic about the storyline, the movie in general, the everything, really, the production. It's not like it has this bombastic, large production value, but that works all in its favor. There's something that's so effective about that. It shows that simplicity is key sometimes. Even realistically, the story itself, you could say, is kind of influenced or pays homage to other types of stories like this in the past. It's not like it's some groundbreaking original idea, but it just has such a beautiful spin on it, and it's just executed very well. Acting's phenomenal. As far as Indy, the lead performance, as far as she's definitely going to be getting this, like her career is, I'm hoping.
It has to. She's incredible.
She's so phenomenal. Yeah, as far as like steals the show for sure. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those where I feel like it leaves you thinking so much about it. And I think with a show or a movie, that's something that you really want. It's something that like resonates with you. You can't help but think about what would happen if like that was real? What would happen if the character did this instead of that? Right? It kind of spawns you off into thinking so many different things. And this one made me think the most after I was done watching it, even more than Backrooms, which was my other favorite one. And I would say even a little bit more than Project Hail Mary, because I was just satisfied. Like that was a very joyful, fulfilling adventure. Still left thinking some things, especially like with the ending of it. But this one, man, I just thought, again, hit all the right notes. So I give it all the praise that I can.
All right, cool. I mean, between this one and Backrooms, I'm a horror nerd. So like I'm wondering, like once I finally get a chance to check these two out, like are they going to knock Hail Mary out for me out of that number one spot?
I think one of them definitely could.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also a sci-fi nerd, so I'm just curious. Like, and I could see it happening as much as I love Project Hail Mary. John, did you get to see this one? As well.
Obsession is one that I think is gonna go into great territory upon my second watch of it. I don't want to say it now because I want to stay true to my first time watching, which is I thought it was good. I thought it was good, but the more I've thought about it and the more I hear more commentary on it, I really do think that I'm going to think it's great when I watch it again. Yeah, like I was saying, a lot of the things you don't catch the first time around, you might catch a second time around, which is something that I wanted to ask you guys. If you have a favorite Easter egg or theory, I'll start just because I said it, but I love. I don't even think it's a theory. I think it's pretty much confirmed that the store clerk in the beginning is the same store clerk at the end. Because it's a woman and then it's a man at the end, and they're saying that she used the One Wish Willow because she never felt fulfilled, and she used it to become a man because the man in the background of that second shot toward the end of the movie has a transgender flag in the background. So it's the same store clerk who made the wish.
That's
to actually be a man.
crazy.
Yeah,
I haven't
Oh,
even heard that one.
That's one of my favorite Easter eggs in the movie.
yeah, that
No
one's a
way.
good one.
Yep.
Yeah,
You can see
yeah,
a
that was-
transgender flag in the background.
Well, and it makes sense because the store clerk mentions at one point that they're like,
Yep.
"Well, I already used my wish," and it's
The guy- yeah,
basically
the guy
implied
did,
that
yeah.
everything went well.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, because Curry, he says that it's not the willow that's cursed; it's the wish that, that Bear does. I love. I didn't notice until I was listening with subtitles, but one of the trivia questions, the first trivia question in the background, you barely hear it. It's what's the movie with the genie that gives 3 wishes? I thought that was a cool because it's about wishes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
See, there's so much stuff in that movie. It's like you could rewatch it over and over again and find something new in every rewatch.
Yeah, some people say that I know Curry Barker said that she's not possessed by a demon or anything. It's just the wish. It's the wish. The wish is corrupt, and so that's why but there are people theorizing that the spirit of the dead cat inhabits in these character, and that's why she's so cat-like throughout the whole movie, so attached, bringing him dead things and stuff like that. Yeah, watching him as he's sleeping.
The way she walks sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
You have dug deep, John. How much Reddit have you been reading?
Fun. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun stuff. I'm telling you, second watch, I'm sure I'm gonna love it.
All right, John is all over Reddit. He's all over this one, and I'll have to rewatch this stream after I watch the win. And then everything you guys are saying will make complete and total sense to me. But I guess one thing I think I'll leave off with is because we're only mid-year. I think we're in a great place with films and especially TV. But I'm just speaking to that more because I've seen so much TV. I guess if you guys have time, do we want to just run around real quick and just say what we're maybe most looking forward to? Even
I
if it's
think
a couple
that
of
there's John needs to go.
John.
Yeah.
Okay.
John's. Let's see John's favorite movie.
Sorry about that. It's because you were talking. It threw me off.
To the absolute shocking gasp of nobody.
It's because you were talking. Anyway,
It's Toy Story 5. Yeah,
all
Toy Story
yours.
5 is my favorite film of the year. I think there's just something there to say because Toy Story 4 was in my top 10, but Toy Story 4 was not my favorite movie of the year. It actually never became my favorite movie of the year. It never was my number one, but it stayed in my 10 by the time the year ended. This movie made it to 1. I absolutely love this movie. I felt that its commentary was just ultra timely, and I love the way that it was incorporated into the film, even though I thought it could have been incorporated a little bit better. I don't have this movie at a perfect score, but I do have it near perfect. One of the things I love is that Jessie is taking the reins this time around. I love the character of Jessie. I love her more than Buzz. I don't know if that's a shocking thing for some people. I've always loved Jessie. I always thought she was a traumatic character that needed some exploration beside Woody, and Woody got his exploration. Now it's Jessie's turn, to be abandoned and everything she goes through in Toy Story 2. This movie comes along to be a sort of spiritual successor to Toy Story 2. And it really gives that character a cathartic release I thought she deserves, and I thought was so well done. Again, the commentary of technology is so prevalent. You don't have to be a father to see that screens are taking over. They're taking over, and if anything, being a father just means that you're just more aware of it and you are more strict about it because of how zombie-like it can make a child. That's something. Another thing I love about this movie that I thought was explored incredibly is I am a Team Andy guy, but I love the fact that this is also Bonnie's movie. She's treated almost like Riley from the Inside Out films, where she gets to shine and you get to actually have a one-on-one and a heart-to-heart with a human character in this movie. You don't get that with Andy, as much as people love Andy. You don't get that with Andy. You don't know who he is really as a person. You just know like they love him. They love him. But Bonnie here, she gets to grow up in front of your eyes, and she gets to develop. You see the struggles that she's having, her insecurities, and it's heartbreaking because you don't just see it in the background; it's in the forefront, and the toys are having to deal with that as well. Let me guess. I'll end it here because maybe we'll talk a little bit more, and I can jump back into it. But the sentimentality in this movie as well just really gets to me. There's this scene behind the iconic tire swing that we see in the second movie where Jessie figures out that maybe she did have more of an impact than she originally thought she had. And as a parent, it brought me to tears every single time. Every single time I have tears rolling down my face because there's this line she says where she goes, "It's not my job to tell my child how and when they need to grow up. I just got to be there and trust the fact that I was there at the right time, trust the process." Dude, that hit me so hard personally. And then also seeing that this is coming from a character that's been around for 26 years, that is finally getting this cathartic release. I tear up, tears rolling down my eyes every single time. I adore this movie. I'll end it there just to give some of you guys some extra, space to talk about Toy Story 5.
Well said, man. In terms of emotional beats, I'm with you. All Pixar movies do this. Credit to them. We walk in that theater, big, strong, tough guys, and we walk out. I wasn't crying. You were crying. Shut up. But it's true. It's real. It's genuine. It's human, and we can relate. And it resonates. So all credit for achieving that. And you said it best, John. Anybody else? Yeah. Thoughts on Toy Story 5?
I have to say that I thought it was okay.
Okay.
I love the first three movies. I am one of the people that just thinks they should have ended it with 3.
Okay.
I think 5 is better than 4. But I still, I didn't feel any emotional impact from this Toy Story at all. But I also think that it might help once I'm a parent, or if I ever become a parent, that it will probably hit a lot harder. So I understand kind of why John responded to it so much. But yeah, I thought it was decent.
I get that, and that's it's nuanced because not everybody's a father. I'm not saying you have to be a father if you don't understand this because you're not a father. No, I'm not saying that. It definitely helps, but I do think that if you love the character of Jessie, I feel like that moment should still land, man. Like 26 years of having this character, like she is one of the more traumatic characters in the whole series. Like she's been through more than Woody has. There's somebody that sees, honestly, I'm not going to pull it up. I see the whole Toy Story franchise. I think I have like Toy Story 2 logged in like 10 times this year alone.
Wow.
Really? Wow.
It's on repeat in my house. So I just feel like you don't have to be a father. Do you know the character of Jessie? Have you seen the character of Jessie? Do you relate with the character of Jessie? I feel like this is the cathartic moment that her arc has always needed 25 plus years later.
That's fair.
One more thing that I think is just a little more universal about it, and I'll try to be quick, is whether you're a parent or not, yes, this movie is focusing and it's commenting on technology and how kids interact with that. However, is that whole thing of, oh my God, is my kid online too much? Is that radically different than years back when we watched TV too much or played video games too much, and our parents would say, "Oh my God, these kids watching TV too much." I know I heard that as a kid, like just too much TV, and now it's a different screen, and we interact with it more. I feel like on that level, I feel like maybe that could be an entry point, even if you're not necessarily a parent or not. I just my thinking. I think that aspect of it also sort of works for me because it feels familiar enough in that respect. like
Mm.
the whole
It's even
just being
amplified more
just being glued
nowadays.
to a screen.
You know, 'cause,
It is,
like,
yeah, it's more
devices
amplified,
do so
and it's
much
almost more creepy
you know,
because of the algorithm thing, where now it's like, oh no, now there's this mysterious algorithm that knows what you like. It knows you're going on vacation next week somehow. It knows that you're doing XYZ. It knows if you have like athlete's foot, and it's gonna show you a great cream to cure that problem. So, but I don't know. It's just that whole idea of being glued to a screen. I think that stuck with me. That aspect of it, and it worked obviously from being a dad and having to say, guys, that's enough screen time. And then I just find myself saying like, oh my God, I sound like my mom or dad. Like, Anthony, that's enough Super Mario Brothers for today. And it's like, but it's only 3 a.m. And I have to make this jump. So I don't know, just my sort of brain vomit there.
Jace, I'm curious about your take.
Jace.
Oh man, I was trying to just think as far as we were going along there, but no, I think, man, it's a great sentiment and message that I think again applies even more nowadays when it comes back to that screen part of it, man. Just because it is fair to say it relates to like TV, video games, or whatever. But at the end of the day, even for those of us that may have done a lot of that, like watched a lot of TV, a lot of video games, it is centrally focused around one singular act. Whereas the phone, you can do anything and everything. And I think that's what's even more alarming about it is realistically, there is something to be said. Like you could get completely lost within that device for the entirety of the day and feel like you've been productive to some degree, or that you've gotten something done or whatever, that you had a good time at certain points of time, but you like leave always feeling unfulfilled, I feel like. And it's just, they do a good job mirroring that in the film because these kids are just zombified. They're not actually making friends with each other. You know, they claim that they're friends with each other, but they're not really making friends with each other. All about social standings and the status of like, do you have the newest and coolest thing, which is already relatable from years past, but is just kind of like contextualized differently within how it is in the present day. And again, it's just very, very well done. Again, this actually, out of almost all of the messages within Toy Story movies, I think this is the strongest and most relevant message to like anybody in this day and age, even if, again, not just kids, honestly, man. It's not just kids that needs to watch their screen time. It's every single person. You just become less of yourself. To go back, Anthony, when you're saying about like the algorithm, dude, the scariest part about that is the algorithm isn't just showing you like, hey, it's because you like this, dude. It starts to form what your likes are. You start to think that you like something because you get shown this all the time. And then all of a sudden you're not looking for what you want to look for. You're just looking of what's the algorithm going to show me, because I don't know what I want to see. I'm just dependent on what this thing is going to bring up for me, and it's shaping your mindset. It's scary when it does that to an adult, let alone when it does that to a kid who's early on enough where their brain's not fully developed to be able to know, like, no, I don't actually like this. I'm just being shown this. So anyway, crazy rant there as far as to throw into the mix.
It's a great rant because it's important. It's important subject.
I think even the movie
on it for a while.
The movie eventually even goes to that conclusion of like, in the end, it's all about children relating with one another, because Jesse's trying to have her just play with toys again, but Jesse kind of figures out like, hey, like the answer isn't tech bad, toy good. The answer is Bonnie needs to relate with somebody. There's that scene where even Lily and Jesse, and Lily goes, hey, after all is said and done, what if Bonnie still doesn't want you? Jesse goes, if she makes a friend, then it's worth it.
Yeah. And that's a beautiful
powerful.
idea. Yeah. I love that. And I even like one more thing I'll say too about it. Like, I'm glad you guys brought up the social aspect, because when the kids are teasing her, even that feels more modern. It's not like the old days where you may get pushed or shoved or somebody talks about you or something to your face. Now it's like this nastiness online. We get that in the movie too. I think that's something that maybe sadly kids now can't relate to. So somebody said this on TikTok or whatever. But they covered that, and they covered it nicely, and it was done in a mature aspect. Oh, Dan, are you bullying people online again? No.
That's and he hasn't said his thoughts.
Yes, Dan, please finish us off with or anything you
stop
bullying people online, Dan, please.
And stop bullying kids online.
Such a bully.
I loved it as well. The first time I still loved it. I gave it a 4 out of 5, and then I rewatched it and I loved it even more. And I think it was because I rewatched like all the Toy Stories, and like just seeing them all one after another. It just was even hit more. The Jessie storyline, especially hearing when she loved me, is just the score of it. Just the instrumental was powerful, and I also love just how it's the importance of imaginative play as well, creativity, being
Yes.
creative, being
I love
imaginative.
that.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be either. It doesn't have to be toys or tech. It could be hide and seek.
It's a balance.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So no, but I really loved this movie.
Let's give Eric the last thought on this because he has a nice comment. I think he says, "I think the final act is one of the best parts."
Oh, I think he's talking about 4 though. Yeah, he's talking about 4.
He's talking about 4. Okay, well then at least Toy Story related. I
Yeah.
like that it managed to give the Toy Story franchise a second nearly perfect ending after 3's legit perfect one. Okay, so there is that.
I got to throw this out there. I got a question that I don't know. It just happened to pop in my head throughout this whole conversation, and I don't mean to keep it all on Toy Story here, but do you guys ever think that if they do another one, or just had this thought in general? I always felt like it was kind of bizarre that we're always introduced to a flood of additional Buzz Lightyears, and yet we've never seen a rendition ever of any of the other toys. Like, we've never met another Woody, we've never met another Jesse, we've never met another Bullseye or Rex
Potato
or
Head.
Mr. Potato. I just find it interesting that, like, in a world where there must be a bunch of people that have these toys, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I get that they're not as new as Buzz Lightyear might be. Like, I get why he's still on the shelves, but it's just, I find it interesting that they've done so many different renditions. Like, throughout the movies, we've seen so many different Buzz Lightyears. There's even a mini special on Disney Plus where they do a little short on a mini Buzz. And there's just and there's never been like another anybody else. Do you think that's think they would ever
interesting? Dude, there might be a story there with like somebody digging up an even a dusty old Woody that's like a different version of him and maybe voiced.
It could be their version of the multiverse. You know what I mean? Because you have like different.
Drew.
Without actually having to do the multiverse.
None of the Roundup gang. I'm going to be honest. I low-key think that they're one of a kind. That's the reason why they're worth so much money, because there's only one Woody, Jesse, and Bullseye.
Yeah.
But you know what I want to see?
Yeah.
I want to see John write the next Toy Story. That's what I want to see. I would go and see that one.
I could come up with a story. I already came up with an idea with Francis for a potential Toy Story 6, and
I knew
very brief. Because Andrew Stanton, the director of this movie, he also did Finding Nemo. The guy's just, he's Golden Age Pixar. He did say that he wants 6 to be the end of the Bonnie saga whenever that comes out. And for me, I don't want it to touch like Bonnie leaves to college, just like Andy. Like, no, bro, come on, let's be original here. You guys are great at being original. I told Francis, how great would it be that it's not that she gives them away or they go to another set of kids, but she keeps them. And now she's older. And what is the big thing now? Content creation. She starts making videos with the toys. She starts creating content with the toys. They live on forever. And in that way. That's just my pitch.
I like it.
John, yes.
I like it.
That's just my pitch.
Idea.
Listen up, Pixar.
Yes, and it is different. It's different. It takes things in a nice different direction.
Right.
Very cool. Okay, let's see. Drew had a pretty good question. I guess we could run through it real quick. It's let's see. Question for everyone. Who do you think is the best and worst movie villain of 2026?
Ooh, I love that question.
It's a good question. The best would be, and he thinks it for him. The best would be the girl from Obsession. The worst would be the guy from Supergirl, whose name I don't remember. And then Krem.
Girl from Obsession. Girl from Obsession is not a movie villain. She's not a movie villain.
Yeah,
Bear is.
I was gonna say Bear is my favorite villain of the year.
Yeah, Bear. But yeah, no, Krem was bad. I only remember his name because Eric said it. Yeah, I'm the only one that saw Supergirl, right?
I think so. Like on Earth, actually. No,
on Earth.
Some people saw it.
I think the best villain of the year, or worse, however you want to phrase that, is Joe Jackson from Michael.
Oh God.
Oh, well, I mean, it's fitting because in real life.
The best villain of the year easily was Sydney's blonde neighbor or whoever was the killer in Scream 7.
Oh God.
Yeah, Pitch Perfect
Yeah,
Girl.
she sucked.
The worst villain of the year was the runtime for Disclosure Day.
Oh, nice.
I
nice.
agree. I like Disclosure Day.
I know
I
you
like
did.
it. I like Disclosure Day. Why was it that long? All right, let's move on.
Really quickly, do we want to go over our list for the Cinema Squad's official favorite movies, TV, and
Yes.
worst?
Yeah. Let's go for it. Thank
What do
you.
you want to start with?
If you don't, I'll kill you.
Let's do TV and then worst and then movies.
All right. So here's
Alrighty. So who's first? Sean, you want to go first? All right.
No. So this is what we do.
Oh,
So-
sorry.
Really?
Thank you.
Is
Yes.
this in order, Sean? From like
This is like our cumulative score, basically.
so
All right.
one is number one.
So number one is Mall Shadow Lord.
Wow.
Because both Anthony and Jace, it's the only TV show that was voted on twice.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
Yep.
All right. I'll keep it going. Number 2, Widow's Bay, Apple TV.
Excited to watch it.
Yeah. Dan, you want to take number 3?
Yeah, number 3, The Testaments on Hulu.
Jace.
Cool.
Number 4 is the straightest show you've ever seen off campus on Prime.
And number 5 is the gayest show you've ever seen.
Damn it. John, do the voice.
I just had to keep. Oh
Damn.
I was just watching our Paper Bag Man
Oh, wow.
God.
movies that were put all together. God, it was so good.
I watch it every now and then. My hair.
I love it.
Back then.
I have it on loop. Just in the
It's been 5 years, guys, since the.
I
Squad.
know. It's insanity.
Oh my god.
5 years.
5 good years though, and I
Yeah.
wish we could
Amen.
do it, I wish we could do it more, but I'm appreciative of that we have this time now, and look forward to more. The last thing I'll say, guys, did you want to just run through real quick?
Let's do worst movies.
We have 2 more
worst.
lists.
Yes. And
2
also,
more.
by the way, I know I'm a little bit off, so I'm like when you're driving in a car and Google wants to kind of steer you into a ditch. Thank you guys for keeping me
Yeah, of course.
Of course,
Yeah.
bro.
Yes. Top
Here are
5
the worst movies.
worst movies of 2026 so far. I'll start it. The Strangers, Chapter 3.
2 is Psycho Killer.
3, Night Patrol.
Not doing 4. 4 is Pizza Movie.
And number 5 is not your favorite scary movie, Scream 7.
we got some chemistry going here. All right.
I like it.
All right. Cool. Was there anything else, John? Or were we pretty much
Yes,
covered?
there's now we need to do the
We need to do movies.
We need to do movies. Okay.
So this
Let's
is the
keep it
correct
going.
list of best movies. Let's see.
Yes. All right. Top 5 movies of 2026 so far. Who would have thought? Number 1, Project Hail Mary.
Mhm.
Project Hail Mary.
Yep.
2 is Toy Story 5.
Nice.
3 is Obsession.
4 is the movie that'll turn you straight, Leviticus.
And 5, the movie with the most back shots, back room. I don't know. I'm just trying here, guys.
That's all right.
Oh my god.
It's all about
Back shots? What's a back shot, John?
What? Do you not know what that is?
Yo!
I don't know what a back shot is.
Really? Wow.
Dang, how do you explain this?
Is that something that can't be explained on our stream?
Taking it from the back.
It's
I guess it could. I mean, we're not monetized
it's an
yet.
intimate
So.
act that a man performs on a woman when he shoots something. on
Oh
her back.
my Lord
man.
God.
Or a man performs on
Jonathan!
Everybody
No,
knew
Sean,
this, I thought.
Sean, just Google back shots after this, man.
Yes, I agree. Sean doesn't know a lot of slang and stuff like that.
No, not really. I've never heard of this back shot situation.
Bro, you are about to have a hell of an afternoon.
Yeah, and if you end up going down the rabbit hole, just clear your browser history before anybody else checks it out.
Angel.
What's up, Angel?
What's up,
Hey.
brother?
That's awesome.
Alrighty. Now, I believe.
Yes.
I think that's about it for the things. Was there anything else? I joined at the wrong time. Angel, you joined at the right time. because we're just getting started.
Listen, he graduated high school. He's 18 in a few weeks. He's fine.
He can handle it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And guess what, Angel? You found out about backshots before Shawn did.
See?
I don't know what to say. Should we talk about each say one movie that we're really looking forward to for the rest of the year to finish it off?
I think that
Yes.
was that's what I said earlier. Sean, do you want to start it?
Yes. My most anticipated movie of the year is Wildwood from Leica Studios, who did Coraline and Kubo and the Two Strings. They haven't done a movie since 2019, I believe. So it's been 7 years since they've had a movie come out, and this film looks jaw-dropping. Like, the trailers look incredible. It's this epic fantasy. I think that Leica's going all in, and this might be their last film because unfortunately people don't go see stop motion movies in the theaters anymore. But I really hope people go out and support Leica and this movie. I cannot wait.
All right, cool, dude. You had me at stop motion, so that sounds awesome. Upside Dan.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to?
So I'm not gonna say the obvious ones, which are the Odyssey, Spider-Man, Brand New Day, Dune, and Doomsday. I want to say the end of Oak Street, though.
Yes.
Yes. I'm so excited for the end of Oak Street. It's a dinosaur film.
Yeah.
And it's really good cast, and it looks like a fun time. And yeah, I love dinosaur films. I mean, Jurassic Park's like my favorite. I mean, mostly, not Jurassic Park movie. Dinosaur movies are not that great, but even some of the Jurassic ones. But I'm looking forward to this, and I have high hopes.
And it's from the director of It Follows.
Oh yeah.
Which is very interesting to me.
I love.
I also want to call up a film that we didn't mention. The Chief Detectives is actually really good. It's on Prime right now.
It is.
So,
yes.
Like it's go watch it. Like it's surprisingly like yeah. I would never expect to say that.
So good.
It was good.
Yeah. That one I'm looking forward to watching. As far as what I'm most looking forward to, I will go with an obvious one, Brand New Day. Huge Spider-Man nerd. I can't wait for this movie. My fingers are crossed for it because it does seem like there's a lot going on that the movie's going to cover. I've skipped spoilers for the most part, so maybe the movie would make more. I'm guessing it'll just make sense to me when I see it. But just going by trailers and going by some scattered thoughts and YouTube videos here and there, it does feel a little all over the place. But that said, I'm hoping it's all cohesive and it works and it's great, and I'm looking forward to that. Fingers are crossed big time for this one. But that's my big one. I really need this movie to be good. I really do.
Wait, Anthony, what one was it?
Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be really good.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, and we have Punisher in it. I'm a huge Punisher fan as well, so that's fun to just see him there as well. Can't wait for it. Looking forward to it. Jace, jump over to you.
Yeah, I'm shout out some of the ones that have already been said here, but my top ones for sure: Dune 3, Spider-Man, Avengers Doomsday, without a doubt. There's some other ones I could throw into the mix too, but I'll give a very random shout out to there's a movie called Legend of the White Dragon coming out in August. Jason David Frank is one of the original Power Rangers. He was the original Green Ranger, and he passed away not that long ago, a couple years back now. This was the very last movie that he ever and it's kind of like a different, more matured version of Power Rangers from what I understand. I don't know the in-depth details about it, but anyway, I'm stoked to see that. I'm stoked to see his final piece of work, and I'm just happy that it's getting a chance to see the light of day finally, because it's been worked on for a while.
Very cool. Thank you.
Cool choice, Jace.
Yeah. We're getting a nice variety here. And Jonathan.
Yeah, I won't go with an obvious one too. Even like Eric is saying, how has the Odyssey not been picked? Bro, everybody wants to see that movie. Come on.
It's one of those.
Everybody would have said it. All five of us would have said it, So let's make something a little bit different.
Let's get creative here.
Yeah, a little bit creative. I am going, and I am a little skeptical, a little bit. The Social Reckoning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so curious about this one.
Curious is a good word, Shawn. Yeah, because it's Aaron Sorkin writing, but it's also Aaron Sorkin directing. Fincher didn't come back to do this movie. But Sorkin's not a bad director. You know what I mean?
I don't think he's bad at all.
And he's arguably the best writer in Hollywood too. So it could be great. On top of that, the cast looks awesome.
Mikey Madison, Jeremy Allen White.
You know what I mean? Like, peace out. I'm out of here. I need to go see this movie, bro.
Same.
I am so down to watch this. I love recently they just did the posters and it's like an homage to the original Social Network.
Yeah,
And
so cool.
I love that. Like, would I have love for Fincher to come back? Yes. Would I have love for Jesse Eisenberg to come back? Yes. But either not, and I think it still looks good. And I'm just curious.
So I don't mean to make anyone jealous, but I'm almost 100% sure that The Social Reckoning is what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Is going to be one of the premiere films at the Toronto Film Festival, and me and Dan will be in attendance.
Hey, awesome. Awesome. That is good
What?
to hear. Wow.
So
are you
excited
guys
for
gonna?
that.
I'm gonna
Jealous,
assume
dude.
you're gonna take some pictures and maybe do a
Oh,
thing.
we'll do
Yeah.
some videos together for sure.
Yeah, please.
We'll do
that sounds awesome.
some you know, some backshot videos, you know, just
Absolutely
I think-
not.
All right, we're looking forward to the. All right, guys. Unless there's anything else, I think it's a wrap. Thank you guys for being here. Thank everybody for watching us. We appreciate it. Everybody in the chat, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
We
to
love you guys.
Who's
Bye.
watching this in a
Thank you.
rewatch? We will see you next time. Stay tuned for more. Thank you guys.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah, later.